Chaparral, and you're listening to Hoppe Hour with my boy Ryan Hoppe.
Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
People often argue over Android versus iPhones, but the real debate should be middle-aged Gen X morning shows versus Hoppe Hour. Guess who wins? We will let you decide. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Yes, now. What? Now. If I hit this button, boom, the whole program's gonna start.
Okay, well, hit it.
All right.
Now, something completely different.
Smoke medical weed every day.
The following thoughts on Hoppe Hour represent Ryan Hoppe and that's it. Listener discretion is advised.
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Hoppe Hour.
He's the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour starts in 4, 3, 2. Hoppe. This is Hoppe Hour with Hoppe.
That's me.
Where we at?
Always going in, never doubt it. Never worry about the dollar. Need a source or trending topic. We the hottest, search about us. Competition microscopic, never copied. I'm a giant rolling weed up, now we flying. H-O-P-P-E. 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 You already know Hoppe Hour in your system.
Where the hell is the time going? Right now, it's Monday, November 18th. And I have a new tradition here on Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe. I'm not trying to pause the music, but here we go.
Hey guys,
What's up, G?
wanna go to Chachki's? Get some coffee?
Yeah, me too.
It's a little early. I gotta get out of here. I think I'm gonna lose it.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the mundus.
Oh, do I ever?
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the mundus.
One more time.
Oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the mundus.
One more time.
Oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the mundus.
That has become my new tradition. I had a listener ask me, why are you always so cranky when you record this show? I do love my life, but it's just I'm so burnt out and just tired. I can't do it anymore. Let me explain. So on Sunday, I worked the promotions event, and I was on my feed for 11 hours, and I signed up for the event, and I loved every second of the event. And the event I worked for this company, we made the most money that's ever been made for this specific concert. But man, I was on my feet for 11 hours, and today I am feeling it, man. My whole body hurts. And it's not cute anymore. Like when you had back pain in your early 20s, because I have scoliosis, it was always like, oh, whatever, I'll deal with it. But now I'm in utter pain. So I had this funny thing happen last night. Wasn't very funny. I get off of work. I started work at 9 a.m. working this concert, and then I got off at about 8 p.m. And I went to my friend's house. She lives in Tampa, so I went home, I hung out with my cat for a little bit, said, hey, Luna, how's it going? You doing well? You living life? How you doing, girl? She's all cute. It's going to be her birthday, November 26th. Hey, Luna. How the hell are you? It's great to hear. What do you think of Trump winning? I love doing this. This is her during a hurricane. So I go home. I chill with my cat. Everything's fine and dandy. Then I go to Tampa, and here's what happens. I hang out, start to fall asleep, and then the power goes out at my friend's house. I went to bed at 11. Power goes out around 12:48. And she's like, oh, the power went out. And I already wasn't sleeping the best because I worked 11 hours, and I felt like, not that I was robbed of a day, but I have this new concept going on where, like, I appreciate my time a little more. So it freaks me out when I have to go to bed. I hate that feeling where you have to go to bed. And it was going on 11, and I'm like, I gotta go to bed. So today I woke up around like 9:45. But what happened was I was in Tampa, and I ended up having to drive all the way back because I'm like, I slept with no power for 5 days during a hurricane. I don't feel like doing that again. And I apologized to her. She didn't really care. But I went across the bridge after having my sleeping meds in me, and I'm going down Fletcher Avenue in Tampa, and I see a cop pull over a prostitute, and I'm like, yeah, let's just get home safely. So I get home, I fall asleep. I wake up today at 9:45, and I just was active. I called my mom. I called another friend, and now I'm here. Right now it's 11:10 a.m. When it's 11:11 a.m., I will make the announcement that it is 11. It is now 11:11 a.m.
It's time for Hoppe's Inbox, only on Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
I know I said that I was going to discontinue Hoppe's Inbox, but let me explain to you. I'm not reading the angry comments I get from woke people. And I'm not against being woke, but when you're over the top woke, it's like, shut up. Go away. Burn in hell. Maybe not that much, because hell's not real. It's like saying, go to Narnia. It's the same thing as hell and heaven. But I did post 10 years ago, I was on Rover's Morning Glory. 70 downloads. Oh, sure. 70 downloads. Got it. 70 downloads. More like 447,000 downloads. But that was 10 years ago. And I made a post that said, I still get 70 downloads in Cleveland. Actually, it's more now, and life is good. Love you, you crazy Rover's Morning Glory fans. And I got a comment from Heather, who's been a fan of mine for the last 10 years. She goes, right here, the first comment was 70 downloads. And then the second one was no. There was a time on air I said no when they were going to reveal this girl I hooked up with. She says, definitely way more than 70 now. Good for you, dude. We'll forever quote that, though. Sorry, it's a must. Enjoyed your time on Rover's Morning Glory. Thanks, Hoppe. And then this next comment is strange. Cleveland. Two men sucking and fingering and effing. A huge tall man tries to get another man pregnant, even though they both know it is impossible. Then one man moves away and becomes a success. The last part's true. The rest of it, I was like, that is the most Cleveland thing I've ever heard. What does that even mean? I love mutants. Not saying everybody's a mutant, but there's definitely like a vibe where it's like, Cleveland, you're crazy. You're out of your mind. Can this song load? Oh, sure. Oh, they're down. So I'm from Chicago. I don't know if you could tell by my Chicago accent and the way I drag out words. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I didn't get to watch a second of the NFL, Week 11, I believe it is, because I was working all day on Sunday. But I heard I missed a game losing blocked field goal. The Packers beat the Bears, and they, get the field, and they blocked the field goal that the Bears could have had to win the game. And that's the most Chicago Bears thing I've ever said or ever heard. And here's how I'm going to break this down. This is going to trigger everybody that I went to high school with that still listens to my show, because I can see what cities listen, and my family that listens in Chicago. But for as long as the Bears will be a team, forever, they will never, ever be good again. I can promise you. Like, I'm an honest guy. I tell the truth on here almost to a fault. The Bears will never be good. And you know why? It doesn't matter what coach you get, or what quarterback you get, or what offensive coordinator you get. Or you can even bring back the Honey Bear cheerleaders. It won't matter. You know why? Everybody talks about Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones, worst owner ever. Jerry Jones, worst owner ever. Jerry Jones, no. You know who is worse? Is the McCaskey family. And it's the unspoken thing in the NFL. because they're not very famous. They ride off of a team that won the Super Bowl 40 years ago in 1985. That would be like in 1985 if you were riding off of a team that won during World War II. It's the same amount of time. Get over it. Oh, but the Bears were good back then. Cool. What have you done for me recently? That's my saying I like to say on this show. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what have you done for me recently? And in the case of the Chicago Bears, jack shit.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Southside. Yo, what y'all niggas know about the dirty South? One time. Lord, forgive me for I've sinned over and over again just to stay on top. I recall memories filled with sin over and over again and again. Yo, when you hear talk of the Southside, you hear talk of the team. See niggas fear Prince and respected Preem. For all you slow motherfuckers, I'ma break it down iller. See, Preem was the businessman and Prince was the killer. Remember? He used to push the bulletproof BM, His hair get you seasick. I sat back and peep shit. The road was easy wider then. They didn't get blunted. Had the whole projects working for 50 or 500 as a youth. All I ever did was sell crack. I used to idolize Cat. Hurt me to my heart to hear that nigga snitched on Pat. How you go out like that? Rumors in the hood was just for snitching. I ain't believe that, Paul. He helped me cop my first year XR. Had the 4Runner, the Z, the 5 and the 3. Used to drive his truck through the hood, dragging jet skis from Gerald Wallace to Baby Wise. Don't be surprised at how freely I throw our names of guys who dealt with pies like LA and Wise. L got shot in the neck, then told us connect. Them niggas who shot him got him for 10 bricks. Fucking Dominicans turned around and gave him more bricks. Lord, forgive me for I've sinned over and over again just to stay on top. I recall memories filled with sin over and over again and again and again. That first verse was just a dose of the shit that I'm on. Consider this the first chapter in the ghetto's Quran. I know a lot of niggas that get dough like Bimmy and Joe, and Prince and Righteous from Hillside with the mole on his nose. Throughout my struggles in the hood, I started learning life's a bitch with a pretty face, but she burning. Man, I'ma get cheese like Chaz, then run through whips like Seagull. Gamble all the time like country curly head Prince and Tonton Popo under pressure too. They know what they facing. Go against crews like Bebo and killers like Pappy Mason. A lot of niggas I know been corrupted since birth. The raw nuns for fun, for everything they worth. I know some cats that hell out whole complexes like Holy Wall. Together niggas stand and divided they fall. Round here, shook niggas, they keep it in motion. Come around here with your roller, you can get robbed like Ocean. Lord knows, Tommy had loyalty and soul. Helicopters, Rolls Royces with Louis Vuitton interior. Might sound like I'm fantasizing, but son, I'm dead serious. Montana was no dummy, bought Bennett's to wash the money. Had money out the ass, he politic like the Asians. Feds couldn't catch him dirty, so settle for tax evasion. Forgive me for I've sinned over and over again just to stay on top. I recall memories filled with sin over and over again and again and again. Yo, rest in peace to Rich and Ron. Money what they was about, yo. The twins was from Queens but got crazy cream with Alpo. Throughout my time I heard tales of Jaime, Frenchie, Jamaican Paulie, Ducky Corley, Rodney bumping chicks, yeah. A lot of niggas flow the way I flow, but ain't been in the game all their life, so don't know who I know. Writing rhymes is the best way I express how I feel. If I ain't rich by 26, I'll be dead or in jail. Coming up, I heard sipping too much booze will leave you confused. And if you watch the news, you see players in this game that lose. I'm forgetting Lefty and Jazz, Pretty Tony and Lance, Head Luke, Mel Son, Troy and E Money Bags. In a conversation over shrimp and lobster, and Benny Hines heard Chico stop boxing and started robbing diners. Shout out to Clamson, Clutch, Bob Dre, Black Will. If the flow don't kill you, then Mac will. Lord, forgive me For I've said
I want to.
over and over again.
Oh, sure.
Just to stay on top.
I got it.
I recall Mary filled with sin.
Yeah. Over and over again.
And again. And again.
Hey, I got in. Did you know many men wish death upon him? Mm-hmm. All right.
Hoppe Hour will be right back. Hoppe Hour will be right back.
70 download. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling a little more hyped. Every Monday that comes around, I'm always so... every Monday. And then by the first 20 minutes, I'm alive. But expect the first 15 minutes of me to be cranky and just like... This following segment has been brought to you by, I'm just kidding, DZ BZ Honey at DZBZHoney.com. When I tell you they are the best Delta 8 CBD honey around, I am a man of my words. Go to DZBZHoney.com. There you can get it as a lollipop. Lick the lollipop, the rapper. Honey sticks or a jar of honey. However the hell you want to get high, man. Go to DZBZHoney.com and tell them I sent you.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Greetings and salutations. This is Jeff Zito from 98.7 The Shark, and you are listening to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Did you know that Ryan Hoppe got a vasectomy? Well, now you know, and we aren't even sure why we told you.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Into
Ryan's tall like the sky.
Oh, sure.
6'9", he's fly.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, AI.
From Chicago to the Bay.
Yeah.
In St. Pete, he'll stay.
Got it.
Talk of love and fame.
Whatever.
Dating life's his game.
Oh, really?
News on stars he spills.
What's going on?
With laughter filled.
Oh, sure.
Hoppe Hour, all you need.
Oh, yeah. Here comes the best part.
Take a seat. Ryan's got the groove. Hoppe Hour makes you move.
That's my goal.
A cat by the side.
Meow.
In Florida they reside.
856-49 Hobby.
He's wild and free.
The show may not be live, but you can always leave me a voicemail. Like my listener Ron in Germany. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. We got to talk about Friday night. That being that stupid Jake Paul fight. I thought, let me turn off the music. I thought it was the biggest sham ever. I've actually never watched the Jake Paul fight because I don't do pay-per-view. But I was going to watch the fight on Friday. But that buffering. If there was a playbook on how to drop the ball with the future of streaming, Netflix did it. Like if there was a playbook of how to just completely screw it up, Netflix knocked it out of the park. I mean, seriously, they could not have been absolutely any worse. How are you not ready to have your server have everybody watching it? And this is the server, this is the platform that's going to have the NFL on Christmas, and for the mutants that watch wrestling, that's going to have wrestling? You couldn't handle 70 million people? I mean, seriously. I said this. The amount of money that Netflix donated to the failed Kamala Harris campaign, maybe you could have used that for a bigger server. I'm just being honest. That's what I do here.
Happy Hot Topic!
Now to the main event last night in Texas, where 58-year-old former heavyweight champ Mike Tyson slugged it out in the ring with 27-year-old.
I don't really think it was a slugfest. It was kind of sad from what I've seen.
YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul. ABC's Perry Russum joined.
No, you know what Jake Paul is? He's a circus act. You know what Jake Paul is? And this is inside baseball for radio here. You know those morning shows that have the like second date update and all those dating segments? It's allegedly fake. I've been yelled at before for exposing it, but it's fake. So watching Jake Paul fight is like somebody listening to wacky morning radio and being like, oh my God, that's real. Or like watching wrestling or the NFL. It's all rigged and fake.
Just with the highlights, Perry, we didn't stay up late. We couldn't. Turns out that wasn't such a bad thing after all. The highlights speak for themselves.
Oh, sure.
I stayed up late, so don't worry about it. There was a lot of hype around this, a lot of talking, a documentary. But in the end, some fans were booing, saying they wanted more from this fight.
Jake Paul!
Anyone hating on Jake Paul and thinking they're better than him, that's exactly what he wants. He's literally the villain.
Overnight, Jake Paul defeating Mike Tyson in one of the most highly anticipated fights in recent memory. The fight going all 8 rounds, Paul winning by unanimous decision.
He's the GOAT. I look up to him. I'm inspired by him, and we wouldn't be here today without him.
What I think was sad was Mike Tyson seemed very ashamed of doing it. After I play all these clips, because I want to keep this organized, I'm going to play you him interviewing a 13-year-old interviewing him, and it was kind of awkward. He starts talking about dying in that.
It was Iron Mike's first sanctioned fight since 2005, when Paul, the YouTube personality turned boxer, was just 8 years old.
What is your assessment of Jake Paul, the boxer?
A very good fighter.
Paul is 27, Tyson is 58. Their 31-year age difference.
The thing was, everybody was saying, that was elder abuse, that was elder abuse. If I'm 58 years old and I'm Mike Tyson and I can get $40 million to ride out the rest of my life, hopefully not buy tigers and mansions, then I would do it too. Here's the thing though. The thing is, I just felt bad for him because it was fake. It was rigged. It wasn't real.
Said to be the biggest age gap in professional boxing history.
If he was forced to do the fight, then it's elder abuse. Everyone's throwing out the word elder abuse now because of what Jill Biden did to her husband, Joe.
Tyson showing his age, not moving as fluid as he did decades ago, landing only 19% of his punches.
Father Time is unbeaten for a reason.
Originally scheduled as an exhibition, it became...
That's kind of a mean thing to say.
Punches.
Father Time is unbeaten for...
Why do you have to say Father Time is unbeaten for a reason? Like, we know that, but let's see you get in there, stupid announcer.
Percent of his punches.
Father Time is unbeaten for a reason.
Originally scheduled as an exhibition, it became a sanctioned pro fight with modifications.
I saw that the Hawk Tua girl was there, and I was like, go away.
Shorter rounds and heavier gloves.
Go spit on something.
Lessening the power of the punches. Dramatics before the bout from Tyson's slap during weigh-in.
That was great. That was the best moment. Jake Paul deserves a bitch slap.
Slap during weigh-in. To Paul's ear covering, mocking Tyson's infamous ear biting of Evander Holyfield.
So I got my diamond.
I love how they're not talking about the the Netflix buffering. That was the real fight of Friday night.
Spiked ear covers right there.
Netflix apparently overwhelmed with viewers causing streaming issues.
Over 120 million people on Netflix. We crashed the site.
Paul versus Tyson now available to watch globally on Netflix.
I'm good.
I feel like you proved the world wrong, that you could at least go 8 rounds with a younger man.
I didn't prove nothing to anybody, only to myself.
Yeah, Mike Tyson is on this like kind of self journey. I mean, the guy's 60. What I thought was sad, I loved his podcast, Hot Boxing, with Mike Tyson. I watched it during COVID in 2020, and it was magnificent, man. And it was better than Joe Rogan because it wasn't as political. And he had this guy, this stoic guy on there with him. And I saw 8 months ago that Mike Tyson said he was discontinuing the podcast for the boxing match. And Mike Tyson needs to bring back Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. It was the best podcast. And we got it right here. Which one do I want to play? Mike Tyson says the fight with Jake Paul may be his last.
Mike's hurt. This morning, Mike Tyson's first professional fight in decades was also possibly his last.
Slams another left.
It's weird to think that having a fight in 2005 is decades, you know, because it is 2 decades, but it's just like, whoa, the passage of time.
The man regarded as one of the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time, posting on X, "This is one of those situations when you lost but still won. I'm grateful for last night. No regrets to get in ring one last time." Once called Kid Dynamite, the 58-year-old former heavyweight champ was the underdog heading into Friday's fight.
It's really sad. He's had a hard life. He had a bad upbringing. He went to prison. You can see a lot of pain in his eyes. He probably has CTE.
Squaring off against a YouTube influencer turned boxer 3 decades younger than him, Jake Paul winning in a unanimous decision. After the fight, Tyson said he would be open to fighting again.
What does your gut say right now? Is this possibly the last time for you?
I don't think so.
But in a
He's like, I like 40 million.
post on X on Saturday afternoon, Tyson seemed to say he's hanging up the gloves for good.
Yeah, he's like, the next day he's feeling his body all sore, and he's like, yeah, I'm good.
Saying, "To have my children see me stand toe-to-toe and finish 8 rounds with a talented fighter half my age in front of a packed Dallas Cowboys stadium is an experience that no man has the right to ask for." Jake Paul claiming he held back out of respect for his opponent.
I wanted to give the fans a show, but I didn't want to hurt someone that didn't need to be hurt.
So you're admitting it's rigged. Thanks, buddy.
Paul received an estimated $40 million for the fight. Tyson, half that. Meanwhile, Netflix says a record $60 million.
All right, so we know that because we have a bunch of videos here. Let's hear from this.
You know, I wanted to give the fans a show, but I didn't want to hurt someone that didn't need to be hurt.
Jake Paul is speaking out following his win over boxing legend Mike Tyson.
Declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Jake El Gallo Paul!
After squaring off in the ring for 8 rounds at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, November 15th, the YouTuber turned pro athlete admits in a post-match press conference that he decided to go easy on Mike after seeing the 58-year-old was struggling.
At any point, did you start to take your foot off the gas just a little bit because you noticed he was tiring out?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a bit. You know, I wanted to give the fans a show, but I didn't want to hurt someone that didn't need to be hurt.
Here's the thing. All the YouTube comments are like, this is embarrassing for both parties. Hey, I've embarrassed myself before, and I didn't get 40 million.
During the highly anticipated fight, which was streamed on Netflix, many fans took to social media to call out how the match wasn't as exciting as they thought it would be.
Whoever thought it was going to be a good fight is an idiot.
Which Jake says is partially Mike's fault.
You know.
Oh, really?
I tried to give the fight the best fight I possibly could, but when someone's just surviving in the ring, basically.
Yeah, he's 58. Let's see you at 58. Little bitch.
It's hard to make it exciting, so I couldn't really get him to engage.
You could have made it exciting by beating his ass. Done something.
Engage me or slip shots and, you know, do something super cool or whatever. But
all right, I've heard enough. I don't mind Jake Paul. I respect his brand. I like him better than Logan. Logan seems like a good dude, but it's just like, bro, you're not as cool as your brother. Mm-hmm. And the weird part is your brother is not that cool either.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Police, where'd you find this? Yeah. FocusMixtape.com. New mixtapes every week. Oh, baby. Yeah. C3, sweetheart. Gotta train. Yeah. Hey, I think if we shoot a video to this one, I'ma have to get in the gym real hard and get my LL Cool J on this one. I get so deep in that pussy, I touch the back of your soul. You got a man, I bet I can make you pack up and roll. Get so deep in that pussy, I touch the back of your soul. You got a man, I bet I can make you pack up and roll. Sure. Let's ride like we attached to the road, and if we on the same track, I hope we crash and explode. Where do the passionate go? I beat it up forever, girl. I take a national oath. Nobody know what goes on behind the latch on the door. And if you throw it to me, baby, I will catch it and score. Yeah. I be running like when she coming. She got that shit that I just can't afford. She's so addictive and she know that I do anything that she tell me. I am her personal sex toy. And then I popped a bottle of that Chris. I had a glass, she had a glass, I had a glass, she had a glass again. You know, then she was ready, got to it 1 time, 2 times, hit me up and I tapped that ass again. And I told her, Mama, you want fun, Mama, you want fun. Yeah. We need some crack talk. Yeah. Mama, you want fun, Mama, you want fun. Yeah. We need some crack talk. Yeah. Mama, you want fun, Mama, you want fun. Say girl, say girl, say girl. I see you walking like the camera's on ya. I love your back shots. I'm like a crackhead, and you got your crack out. See, we got chemistry, baby. We like cat and mouse. You blow my brains out, I'll blow your back out. Now what is that about? You got me sweating you so hard, I'm about to pass out. And we could do it on the beach in the grass house. Say we could do it on the beach in my glass house. Know what I'm doing, I'm on it until the morning. I bone it until it's foaming. I bone it better than homie. I want it better than homie. Come on, get on this pony. I put my name on it, I own it. That's right, pin you to the wall. Give you a couple back bites, give you a couple thigh bites. Then here comes the highlight. You can make it act right. Take a 10-minute break, then get back right. And then I told her, Mama, you want fun, Mama, you want fun. We need some crack talk. Mama, you want fun. Mama, you want fun. We need some crack talk. Mama, you want fun. Mama, you want fun. We need some crack talk. Mama, you want fun. Mama, you want fun. Get on the hush. I told her, your mama gotta be a model or something. And if you was a wine bottle, I'm drunk. She dancing on me like it's just us, girl. You can make a nigga pay your rent for 6 months. Shit, I ain't lying, girl.
I don't think you're lying.
Little pussy stop crying, girl.
Oh, whatever.
You won't fire, girl. You know the fireman can put out the fire, girl. Those apple bottoms don't you reverend. She said these is Donna Karen. So tight she can't even let air in. Man, I swear I saw a blind man staring. No lie. And I hope she take her clothes off, so we can do it till we doze off. We fall asleep with our clothes off. When we wake up, we pick up where we left off. And then I tell her, Mama, you want fun. Mama, you want fun. We need some crack talk. Mama, you want fun. Mama, you
Happy Hour will be right back. Happy Hour will be right back.
70 downloads. Oh, yeah. It's following segment. has been brought to you by the best pre and post-workout in the game. That being Fortify.com. FORTIFEYE.com. And at checkout, use keyword Ryan20 to save 20%. This is also being brought to you by the best barber in all the Tampa Bay area, Rich Keeley, Master Barbershop at richkbarber.com. When I tell you he is the best barber in all of the Bay Area, I'm a man of my words. 4545 West Kennedy Boulevard, and that is in Tampa. When you go there and you tell him I sent you, you will be hooked up. So go to richkbarber.com, sign up, go in person, and save $10. We're going to come back on Hoppe Hour, and we're going to keep this party going and going. But first, let's hear from Hammer and Hank, as me and Hammer and Hank will be creating the Hammer and Hank Show with Henry Oakes this week.
Hello again. It's your favorite San Francisco DJ, Hammer and Hank. I may look normal, but the truth is, I have a condition known as autism. That's right, it's a condition, not a disease. Fact is, autism can strike anyone, regardless of who they are. People with autism normally have difficulties in verbal and non-verbal communication skills, social interactions, and leisure activities. In a recent study, people with autism are less likely to have a job and more likely to become homeless. I beat the odds by having loving friends and family, having a college education. I have even worked in the San Francisco Bay Area as an honored personality for many years. Always remember that people with autism want the same things as you, to be happy and successful. To find out more about autism, please contact your local mental health center or visit autismspeech.org.
Now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hey, man, it's Kid Chris, the Hoppe Hour podcast. Look, man, I'm a fucking girl dad.
Oh, really?
I'm driving my kids to cheer practice and shit. I have no time to record a fucking liner for your podcast, this Hoppe Hour thing, okay?
If you're thinking it, we're saying it. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Tune in for the thrills above the power. It's the Ryan Hoppe with the hour. Celebrity tales and wild confessions. Got your mind in obsessions, no need for lessons. Sex tales full of champagne showers. Rocking the mic with relentless power. 2000 jams fill the airwaves. Turn it up loud, let's misbehave. It's the Hoppe Hour, tear through the night. Gossip tales that cut like
Oh, yeah. 856-49-HOPPE. 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com.
Flashy lights, fast cars to chase. Ryan brings the heat, let's pick up the pace.
You ready for the most unapologetic and unbiased opinions of the NBA? Well, don't worry. You've come to the right place. This is Hoppe's Hoops with Ryan Hoppe.
Oh, sure. Got it. Oh, yeah. Here in the Hoppe Hour studios, I have NBA TV on. Whoa, Ryan Hoppe, a fan of the NBA? Who would have thought? Watching the New York Knicks and Brooklyn Nets and their game last night. It looks like the Knicks won. But we got some big news here. LaMelo Ball of the Charlotte Hornets was fined $100K for saying no homo. No, not 10K or 15 or 20K, 100K. While you have players like Draymond Green beating up people on the court. They don't do much to that. Yeah, it's not right that LaMelo Ball said it, and I'll play the audio in a second. But maybe have a PSA where he, like, I don't know, gets interviewed by gay people about how it's hurtful. But when you find him, you're just going to make him hate the movement more. I'm not saying he hates it, but you know what I'm saying. All right, here we go.
LaMelo Ball has been fined $100,000 for his post-game comments when talking about the final play in Hornets vs. Bucks last night. With the game on the line and Giannis getting the final shot. And here is his reaction on Twitter to the $100K fine. But this is what he had to say about the defense on that final play and why he was fined that amount of money.
What did you see right here when Giannis took that shot and everyone
Listen to this.
was underneath the basket for that rebound?
You said that last play when he took the shot? Yeah, we loaded up. No homo. That's what
He said loaded up, no homo. That's all he said.
That's what we wanted. Put the hand up and then just live with the results.
100K.
And that LaMelo Ball fine makes Anthony Edwards' fine look not so bad. Ant got fined $35,000 for flipping off a Kings fan in the... Anthony Edwards had a huge posted dunk on Domantas Sabonis last night during the Timberwolves OT Thriller win versus the Kings.
All right, a dunk does not really translate to radio, but we have that going on. We also have this. The NBA is in serious discussion on a new 4-team tournament for the 2025 All-Star Game. I don't know, with this whole in-season tournament, the NBA Cup, and they're trying to be worldwide. It's like, but this is American basketball. I don't know if it's because they have a lot of foreign players, Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, all these guys from overseas, but it's like, why? You're making it complicated. But then again, the NBA All-Star Game is a joke. And I saw this here. Death, taxes, and Joel Embiid finding a reason not to play. 76ers Joel Embiid, illness, is listed as doubtful for tonight's game versus the Heat in Miami. And you literally have the Philadelphia 76ers. You have them like in last place in the East. And you got their superstar and probable Hall of Famer, let me see here, not playing very much. Oh, I can't play back-to-backs. I make millions of dollars. Yeah, you got the 76ers at 2-10 with a winning percentage of 167. That is terrible. They are 1-5 at home and 1-5 away, and they have lost 3 in a row and they have 2 wins and 8 losses in their last 10 games. So that's what you get, scumbag Philadelphia. And that is the NBA analysis I will bring to this show. I don't bring a lot of NBA analysis, but I bring enough. I bring enough to tell you guys what's going on. I'm not going to give you the X's and O's, but I'll tell you everything going on in the world. So I see this here. Donald Trump. We can't get Elon out of Mar-a-Lago, but we love having him. As this clip loads, I'll read this. Donald Trump may need to build Elon a suite at Mar-a-Lago because he says the billionaire entrepreneur can't get enough of the club and he may not want to leave. And this is what we've been hearing about him, like over-welcoming his time. And it's definitely his Asperger's. The president-elect spoke at the American First Policy Institute Gala in Florida Thursday, and he shouted out his new co-lead of the Department of Government Efficiency, calling him a high IQ individual who puts his own interest for the good of the nation. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but whatever. Donald J. Trump shouts, well, here's what's weird. They typed DJT on TMZ. It threw me off. I've never seen Trump be called that. Donald J. Trump shouts out Elon stumping for him on the campaign trail in Pennsylvania instead of overseeing his SpaceX rockets. Musk receives a nice round of applause from the crowd, and Trump jokes that he likes Mar-a-Lago, that he may never get him to leave. All righty. Here is our future president talking about the guy with Asperger's, that if he wasn't the richest man ever, would be ignored.
We have a man who has a seriously high IQ. You know, I'm a person that believes in high IQs, and his is about as high as they get.
I believe in high IQs because I don't really have one.
He launched a rocket 3 weeks ago, and then he went to Pennsylvania to campaign because he considered this more important than launching rockets that cost billions of dollars.
What about getting those people that are up in space back?
Elon Musk. Elon. What a job. What a job he does. He's a great, and he happens to be a really good guy. You know, he likes his play.
Father of the year, lover of the year. Everybody that's a scumbag is a good guy to Trump. Diddy is a good guy. He used to hang out with Jeffrey Epstein in the 90s. Brought his daughter to a party at the Hollywood Club. Yeah, he hangs out with just great guys.
Place. I can't get him out of here. He just likes this place.
I could see Elon just being really awkward.
And you know what? I like having him here, too. He's good.
He's like, yeah, just stay away from me. I saw they were at the boxing match. He's definitely getting mentored by Trump, even though he's richer than Trump. And I know a lot of people that don't like Trump that are listening to this are not going to like hearing this, but there's definitely a lot about professionalism that he can learn from Trump. Trump dresses well. He speaks well enough. I'm not a big Trump guy, but there definitely are things that he can be mentored by.
He's done a fantastic job. Really an incredible mind, and he's an unbelievable entrepreneur, sort of
I thought he was going to say autist.
Everything. I'm asking him, what do you do best? And we were not able to figure it out. But
a little bit of everything. A little bit of Monica in my life.
It's a lot of things.
I don't know. I'm not like excited that he's our president. There's a lot of things I don't like the whole getting rid of Medicare and that, but it's very like nostalgic because I feel like when I hear that voice, I feel like I'm like in my 20s again in the 2010s. It's very strange. It's like deja vu. I'm like working in radio with all these young people and Trump's our president, but I'm not the young person. It's very existential crisis-y. All right. Here is this here. Brianna Chicken Fry hints at possible engagement with Zach Bryan before breakup. We got this headline here, and then we got she was booing him at the UFC 209 event. Man. I'm being very careful about me talking about this cloud-chasing episode because there's possible abuse allegations, and she claims she has like footage of it. If you have it, release it. If not, it's nothing. If you're such an independent feminist, it's so awesome, release it.
Brianna Chicken Fry LaPaglia appears to be spilling more tea following her breakup with Zach Bryan. The Barstool Sports personality posts a clip of herself lip-syncing to Cardi B's 2018 breakup anthem Be Careful on TikTok, November 15.
It's funny watching girls go through breakups and guys go through breakups. Guys just are doing their thing. They're staying low key. And I've noticed this thing with the Gen Z, with the Zoomer generation. I like saying it like that. Zoomer. That they just are obsessed with bashing their exes. It makes me never want to date another Gen Z girl.
Writing in the caption, fun fact, my biggest celeb crush tried to slide a few months ago. But of course I denied because I had a boyfriend, and I was getting cheated on the whole time.
I never defend cheaters, but if you're dating a country music star, a rock star, or an NBA star, or a rapper, you're going to get cheated on. Most of them do that. And second of all, cool, go slide in his DMs now. Who's stopping you? I know she's looking for attention, and I'm giving her exactly what she wants, but she is such a cloud chaser. She's just so fake. I wouldn't trust her with anything. It's awful. And I have like 17 dislikes on my video about her. You know, I got 17 dislikes, 70 downloads. And I'm doing this new thing. I'm not reading any comment ever again. But I saw people were like bashing me on there. I'm like, she wouldn't be your friend. If you were to even have like a friendship with her and you guys were to break up as friends, like a girl and a girl just being friends, she would expose the tea. If she's exposing all the tea on Zach Bryan, she cannot be trusted.
And while Brianna doesn't name names in the post, fans are guessing this latest admission is related to her recent breakup with Zach.
No, you don't think. Of course it is about it. This is all she's talked about. She was famous before for being on the BFF podcast. I will give her that. But my goodness, I love this thing, and I cannot specify this enough. People go, oh, you don't like women, you're an insult. No, that's not it. I don't like clout-chasing women that claim they don't need the man and they shame the man, but then they keep talking about the man. It's like, Brianna, move on. We get it. Zach Bryan's a douchebag. I'm sure you did nothing to manifest that. You were just so perfect and such an angel and never said anything mean. Get the hell out of here.
The 25-year-old then goes on to dish even more details about this ex in the comments section, sharing that despite his infidelity, he actually presented her with an engagement ring.
Oh, wow, cool. That's riveting. What else do you have? Like, is she just going to talk about Zach Bryan until she dies? Because she's going to need another plan of something to keep her famous. She has been dragging this on for like 3 weeks now. It's like, oh my God, it's fun to talk about because she's so trashy. I don't care how hot she is. She has that sociopathic look in her eyes where there's like no soul.
Saying,
I'm just saying, I might get why you cheated.
Engagement ring. Saying, been finding out he was cheating the whole time, LOL. The week he showed me my engagement ring, he was DMing girls. This latest news comes after the country star publicly announced last month that he and Brianna had gone their separate ways after more than a year of dating. Writing in an October 22nd IG story, Brianna and me have broken up with each other, and I respect her with every ounce of my heart. She has loved me unconditionally for a very long time, and for that, I'll always thank her.
Exactly. He may not be a classy person, but he kept it classy. But of course, it's the woman. I'm kidding. But it's like, what are you doing? You're making your gender look bad. It's not a good look. Any guy out there that would think about dating her, she ain't it, dude. I don't care how pretty she is, because she is a beautiful girl. That personality, not at all.
However, the fallout from the split took an unexpected turn when Brianna accused Zach of emotional abuse during the November 7th episode of her BFF's podcast.
Who cares about the emotional abuse? Someone needs to give Brianna a fucking like cheeseburger. She's so skinny.
I mean, I went through literal narcissistic emotional abuse for.
Whenever a woman after a breakup says that the ex was a narcissist, she's also saying she's a narcissist. Everyone's got a little bit of narcissism in her. What probably happened was she was probably saying mean things to Zach, and then he blew up and was over the top and said mean things to her. He didn't just wake up and go, oh, I want to be a dick today.
For a year, and he made me believe everything was my fault. He isolated me for my whole entire life.
Well, that's a you problem. I've had it where in my relationships, I don't talk to my mom as much. I don't go out. If you're blaming your ex for you not living your life, that's a you problem, not a Zach problem.
Wouldn't let me be who I wanted to be. He made me.
Who do you want to be? Somebody that bashes your ex all the time? Come on now. You're not that interesting.
I hate everything that I loved about myself.
Brianna also claimed that the country star's team offered her $12 million to sign an NDA.
Yeah, but that's a common thing. Jack Harlow has girls sign NDA. She's acting like that's a specific thing. I would have offered her $120 million to make this imbecile shut up.
About their time together.
And then it was a back and forth. His team would call me. They gave me all these options. They started low. Then they went up to 10 million. Then they went up to 12 million. Then they wanted to give me a house. Then they wanted to give me a New York apartment. Then they wanted to do all these things to make me, I mean, that in itself, $12 million to not.
I would have taken it. $12 million. Hopefully you don't spend your money. You're not that rich. You were talking about when you had to move into your new apartment. It's been hard. That $12 million could have helped you and it would have made you look a lot better. You're not looking good by doing this.
Not talk about this relationship that you posted on Instagram that was so beautiful and you had.
All right, I've had enough of you. Blah, blah, blah. And then I guess they played one of his songs at the boxing match and she booed it. Cool. Wow. You're so brave. You're so awesome. You're not awesome at all. I wonder if there was like, I've thought about this. If there was like Yelp reviews when you date somebody, mine would definitely be like a 3.4 out of 5. But I bet hers would be like a 2. She's just so annoying. It's like, shut up. Shut up. Nobody cares. You think you're so interesting. I'm so interesting. I went through a bad breakup. And then she made this video 3 weeks ago. Love you guys. I'll be back soon. You never went away because you have nothing else. You are a zilch. And I don't want one comment from a woman going, oh, you're being sexist. No. I love women. It's just women like her are annoying.
Dave Coulier is keeping a positive outlook amid his ongoing cancer battle. Just days after announcing he had been diagnosed with stage 3 B-cell non-Hodgkin lymphoma, the actor is giving fans a look into his treatment. Dave shares a picture of himself during a chemotherapy session, giving a smile and thumbs up to the camera. The 65-year-old captioned,
"He's 65. Oh, man, that makes me feel old."
The November 15th Instagram story, putting a positive spin and sending love to all of you who are battling and going through chemo. The comedian ends the post with some heartfelt encouragement, telling followers, and remember to laugh.
Okay.
This post from Dave comes just 2 days after he made the shocking announcement that he had been privately battling stage 3 cancer. According to the National Cancer Institute, non-Hodgkin lymphoma is a type of cancer that forms in part of the immune system that helps protect the body from infection and disease. The Full House star revealed the news of his diagnosis during a November 13th appearance on The Today Show.
Well, this is B-cell lymphoma that I have. It's a very aggressive type of lymphoma, and it happened very quickly. The onset of this growing lymphoma in my groin area was very quick. So I said, something's not right. I have a golf ball down here. And so we biopsied it. We took it out. And they said, we wish we had better news for you, but, you have B-cell lymphoma. We need to get you into chemotherapy right away.
And while Dave has already undergone 3 surgeries and will be receiving several rounds of chemo, he says the most important thing on his road to recovery is remaining positive.
You can look at life one of 2 ways. You can either, it's the old saying, look at the glass half full. And I think that helps a lot in how you go through something like this.
I agree.
It's like, look, this is a journey. This is a bit of a battle. And you're going to need to be on your game, So keep doing what you're doing. Keep laughing your way through life. That's important. And keep your friends and family close.
All right. 856-49-HOPPY. Here we go.
It's risky to invest in yourself, but I believe in myself so much.
Jessica Simpson and Eric Johnson, rings off and living apart as rumors swirl of an impending divorce.
Whoa, when you're going through a divorce or a breakup, you live apart. Whoa, what a concept.
Just kind of take one step at a time.
A source tells ET, quote, Jessica and Eric have been living separate lives and doing things on their own.
And banging separate people.
Jessica posted these shots from Nashville, captioned, My Singular Magic.
Oh, there you go. See, that's how older women do it. They post a selfie. The younger Gen Z, blah, 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 blah. Shut up.
Neither rep could be reached for comment on the legal status of their marriage, but we're told the parents of 3 kids are just different people.
Do you notice they just said their rep reached out? This isn't E-News because they always go, we reached out and we didn't hear back. But I notice unless you're TMZ, none of these websites, because this is Entertainment Tonight, none of them ever hear back.
Jessica is motivated and Eric isn't.
All right, whatever. Pretty much means that Eric doesn't want to do what she wants to do. Feds allegedly say that Diddy used his 7 kids and 55th birthday to influence potential jury, feds say. Diddy is getting creative behind bars to sway a potential juror in his favor, and he's even using his recent birthday celebration to obstruct justice in his federal criminal case. According to new legal docs obtained by TMZ, federal prosecutors say Diddy, who is currently behind bars, recruited family members to plot and execute a media campaign around his birthday, which was that stupid video they did. They said it was all staged to win over jurors. Says the IG video at Diddy's carefully curated direction was posted by his kids to each of their social media accounts. Prosecutors say Diddy monitored audience engagement from the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. I wonder if like someone in that prison is like a fan of him and letting him do whatever. And specifically discussed with his family the video having its desired effect on potential juror members. The feds also laid out several other reasons why Diddy should stay locked up as he awaits trial on charges of racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Prosecutors say Diddy is a flight risk because of his unlimited resources, a danger to the public due to his alleged history of violence. Well, it's not alleged. We have the video of him beating up poor Cassie and his never-ending efforts to contact possible witnesses and abuse victims who could provide critical testimony against him. All right. It's weird. I have a lot of Diddy songs saved on my Spotify, and the song will come on, and I'm like, oh, you're a scumbag. Pac-Man Jones made the news. He was arrested after the Paul versus Tyson fight, alleged public intoxication and assaulting officer. Now, if you don't know who Pac-Man Jones is, he played for the Cincinnati Bengals about 15 going on 20 years ago, and this dude was always in legal trouble. When I tell you he was always in legal trouble, it was sad. Like, it was like you would wake up and I would listen to the show Eddie and Jobo on B96 and they'd be like, Pac-Man Jones is in trouble again. And I was like in 8th grade getting ready. And that's how I know about Pac-Man Jones. I don't think anybody's a fan of Pac-Man Jones for his play. Everyone knows about Pac-Man Jones because of the trouble he gets into. It's like, bro, do you always have to be in trouble? Like, I've been in trouble before, and I'm like, it's not fun. I don't like this. But I'm also not a sociopath. And I think that is the big difference. That is the great equalizer, is I don't like being in trouble. Here is Pac-Man Jones. Right here, as he is in trouble. So it shows him walking, and he's handcuffed, and he's wearing a cowboy hat, looking like a Don Imus cowboy hat. It's an old reference. Let's see here. And they're talking to him, and he's yelling. And people are kind of looking around, like filming it. Doesn't really translate to radio, but hey, we're an hour in, so you're here and I'm here. This won't really translate to radio either, but let's try this. There was a Broncos versus Chiefs fan charged with assault after brawl and stance. And I've often said, if you're getting into a fight at an NFL game, you're making all NFL fans look bad, you're making the players look bad, and you're a loser. It's this Chiefs fan beating the crap out of a Broncos fan. Loser. I mean, I used to drink. I never got into a fight while drunk. Well, I did one in Cleveland, but. So we got that going on in America. And then we got this.
Now to Will Reeve, who is in Arlington, Texas, the scene of tonight's Monday Night Football game. But before we get to tonight, Will, Josh Allen and the Bills. Okay, the Chiefs no longer undefeated. Well, you know that. Good morning.
I do, Robin. Good morning. Good morning. That was amazing. We got to give some flowers to Josh Allen. And
whoever is running the audio levels was terrible in the beginning with this.
Good morning. We got to get.
Listen to this. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
I do, Robin. Good morning. Good morning. We got to get. That was amazing. We got to give some flowers to Josh Allen and the Bills. What a game! The rivalry between the Bills and the Chiefs has been one of the best in football for years now. The Bills have won the last 4 regular season games, but the Chiefs have dominated in the playoffs. And could we see this in the playoffs this year? I hope so, because the Chiefs came in on a 15-game winning streak. That's the longest for any team in like a decade. They're 2-time defending Super Bowl champs, but the Bills have Josh Allen, and Josh Allen has been playing like the MVP this year, and if he wins the MVP at the end of this season, they will show the play that ended the game at the top of the highlight montage. It was 4th and 2 in the 4th quarter. They need 2 yards, the Bills do, just to win the game. They got to just get 2 yards, and they're going to win. How about 26, though, from Josh Allen? He runs all the way in for the touchdown.
I'm so glad the Chiefs lost. You know the NFL was freaking out about that.
In front of the best fans in football.
All right, that guy's got probably a bit of a bias. They're definitely the drunkest fans. 856-49-HOPPY. 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. This show is for the hardworking average Joe and Jane that grind in life. I don't care if you live in the U.S. or the U.K., as long as you're listening. That's all that matters. Today's show is going to be a lot shorter, but it'll be longer this week. But we will be right back on Hoppe Hour after this. Hang on.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Do it like my birthday. Do it like my birthday. Do it like my birthday. Every day, do it like my birthday. Do it like my
Sagittarius, birthday November 27. Do it like that until I end up in money heaven. They be thinking they be flaming and torching them with the bullshit they handing now. Till the twist to make a wishing. Blow the candles out. Blow the candles out. Blow the candles out. Sagittarius, birthday November 27. Do it like that until I end up in money heaven. They be thinking they be flaming and torching them with the bullshit they handing now. Till the twist to make a wishing. Blow the candles out. Pull an all white phantom out. I'ma kill him with the pants and the shirt and the shoes and the hat with the shades and the chain and the watch is the reason I be standing now. Wear ice and spin that cake while I lick the icing off the cake. It's Twister B-Day, y'all. Come on, everybody, put your colors celebrating with me. Do it like my birthday. Do it like my birthday. Do it like my birthday. All day. Do it like my birthday. Do it like my birthday.
Birthday, baby, yo, yes, I'm the hound dog. And them are some troublemakers, don't have them around, y'all. Whenever we in the club, we show love to all the haters. Standing up with my shit like a spike like a gladiator. Oh, yes, I'm the gladiator. Master and gator. Twister and dude now, I'm ready to regulator. We the birds in the streets, player, don't watch me, better watch my feet.
To the tragic dog under her umbrella. Ella, ayy, I'm an Ella. When I get done, she gon' bring me my cheddar. This just the beginning, it only gets better. Now with my hat, now with my shirt. We them gon' do it like the last day on earth. And if you really want to spill on the deal, yeah, it sound like a mug, yeah, fly in the mug. Do it like my birthday, do it like my birthday. Do it
It's going down,
like my birthday. Do it like my birthday.
Just get my nails did, just get my hair done. Just got this bad new Gucci bag matching Gucci pumps. Shoes matching the belt, skirt matching the blouse, chain matching the ring. Yeah, I'm doing my thing. Got so many haters, why is so many hating? Sick like a mental patient, I floss like a dentist patient. This shit testing my patience, sick they working my nerves. I'm getting spinning that money like the first and the third.
Long gated skin blowing cushion the wind just like hey, yeah, popping no tags and visas busting the sag. I'm with it when I'm going hard to get a gone mad chop. Models all around me, so I'm buying up the bar. I'm a hood star and I'm partying like a rock star. Only at my pick game, meaning you can't upgrade me, mommy. I'm the guap green king, like do it like my, do it like my, do it like my, do it like my, do it like my birthday. Every day, I do it like my birthday. Do it like my birthday. You did. That's what we say around here. Cooked out, bling with the fresh gear. Keep it cock, snake skin, buck 50 hat, candy painted, old school, rolling around on 4 flats. Hit the liquor store, mix the Remy with the
drum, rolling on the 94, looking for them sexy. Oh, I'm ballin' with Kelly, cause I'm a flirt. Poppin' VIP with Don Juan, got a street shit. Hey, look, I do it like my birthday, I do it like it hurts. Okay, watching these bad just to do it in the worst way.
Got it.
I'm a winner, mama, I am in the first place. Catch me on the dance floor, throwing up my birthplace. I'm an animal, I woke up on a Monday, and subsequently I ain't go to sleep till it was
birthday.
Just a shot of Patron and blow a birthday. Get up with a bitch, you can take her home on the first day. Burger King, mama, you can have it your way. I can bring another bitch and y'all can do it her way. Hotel room, do not disturb way. That's how I'ma do it when I do it like my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Hoppe Hour will be right back. Hoppe Hour will be right back. Hoppe Hour will be right back.
70 downloads. 70 downloads. 70 downloads. Oh, yeah. This following segment has been brought to you by the best printing company in all the Tampa Bay area, West Chase Printing. At westchaseprinting.com. Posters, business cards, yard signs, whatever the hell you need printed up, go to westchaseprinting.com. Tell them I sent you. If you need help with your mental health, who doesn't nowadays? They're all crazy. Go to counselingoncall.net. And when you talk to them, tell them I sent you. I think that's it. Oh, yeah. Amir Academy. How could I forget about Amir? Go to Amir Academy of Martial Arts at amiracademy.com. When I tell you he is the best MMA trainer in all the Bay Area, I'm a man of my words. 2700 22nd Street North in Essence, St. Petersburg. Women's self-defense classes, kids classes, MMA classes, whatever the hell you need. Go to Amir Academy of Martial Arts. All right. Let's do this right now. Let's hear this. All right, that's enough. We're going to come back on Hoppe Hour and wrap it up after this.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hey, it's MJ from the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM Tampa Bay, and you're listening to the Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
The man, the myth, the microphone. Ryan Hoppe returns with Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
This is into Hoppe Hour. Time to laugh with Ryan's power. Wacky fun and silly jokes. Hoppe Hour loves its folks.
Hoppe Hour. Happy Hour.
With Ryan Hoppe.
That's my name.
Yeah, he's the topper. Grab your drinks and join the crew. Crazy stories just for you.
Oh, sure.
Ryan's here to make you grin.
Got it.
Let the Hoppe fun begin. Hoppe Hour.
856.
Hoppe Hour.
49 Hoppe.
Ryan Hoppe.
856-494-6773.
Got your popcorn, got your...
You can tweet at me.
It up and don't you blink.
All right, Hoppe Radio. You can always email me. Ryan Hoppe Radio at gmail.com.
Happy Hot Topic!
One of the most iconic brands ringing in the holiday season. But take a closer look at the new Coca-Cola commercial, and you might notice that it was made with artificial intelligence.
This happened because the company probably didn't want to pay. Everywhere there's AI now. Radio, TV, they're all cheap.
Social media certainly caught whiff.
It shows how lifeless that Christmas commercial is.
It was supposed to be a reimagination of the iconic Holidays Are Coming campaign from 1995.
But the one actually had heart and soul because it was with real, what's the word? Humans.
But nearly 30 years later, the beverage behemoth now facing backlash for taking the real people and the cheer out of the holidays.
If it really bothers you that much, you're an imbecile. You know what's crazy about Coca-Cola is a lot of times I quit getting it whenever it's hot out here in Florida, but I used to get it and I'd be more dehydrated and I never realized.
Coca-Cola just put out an ad and ruined...
All right, we don't need to hear the TikTokers. The Today Show does this thing. They're trying to be hip where they show TikTokers giving their opinions and it's like, cool, don't care.
This is a process I understand, and you have to be empathetic to the subject, but that doesn't mean that she's in control of the movie.
The director of Martha Stewart's documentary is speaking out. During the November 13th podcast episode of The Town with Matthew Bologna, filmmaker R.J. Cutler responds to the Martha Stewart Living founder's criticism of his documentary about her, revealing that he's not really surprised she didn't like it.
Martha saw the film and she told me what she thought about it, and it wasn't surprising to me that she would have made a different film than I made, of course. And she gave me her feedback and she was upset that I didn't make the changes that she wanted to make.
Last month, Martha went public with her grievances about the film.
She seems like a bitter, bad person. Whoa, someone who went to prison, who cheated on her husband and bragged about it, being a bad person? Whoa.
Surrounding her life, expressing her disappointment in the content, how it was shot, and even the music used in the doc. Telling the New York Times.
Does she like anything?
In an interview published October 30th, I said to RJ, an essential part of the film is that you play rap music. Dr. Dre will probably score it, or Snoop Dogg, or Fred Wreck. I said, I want that music. And then he gets some lousy classical score in there, which has nothing to do with me.
That is a good point. That's the director trying to be different. It's kind of like the people that made the Dwayne Wade statue. It's like, we got to be artistically different because we're autistic.
However, RJ, who also made 2009's The September issue about Anna Wintour and 2021's Billie Eilish, The World's a Little Blurry, goes on to defend his creative choices that the 83-year-old didn't agree with.
This is a process, it takes a tremendous amount of courage on her part to trust me. I respect that, and in return, I share the film with her and have conversations with her about the film. If she has ideas that I think are good ideas and will help the film that I'm
That's passive aggressive.
making, I'll take a good idea from anybody, believe me.
And while
whatever, I don't care anymore.
TJ Miller has no bad blood with his Deadpool co-star Ryan Reynolds. 2 years after saying he would never work with Ryan again,
TJ Miller just seems like such a problem. He's like okay funny. Like not funny. Like his username is Teenage Millionaire. It's very braggy. He just seems like kind of a douche.
TJ Miller has no bad blood with his Deadpool co-star Ryan Reynolds. 2 years after saying he would never work with Ryan again, the Silicon Valley alum shares insight on his current relationship with the Marvel actor, with whom he co-starred in 2016's Deadpool and 2018's Deadpool 2, saying on Sirius XM's The Bonfire November 12th per Entertainment Weekly, "We talked a little while ago. He's just been such a good friend right now." So does that...
He seems very name-droppy. Which he's on The Bonfire with Robert Kelly, who's very name-droppy.
That mean he is open to teaming up with Ryan on a future Deadpool? The 43-year-old, whose Weasel character did not appear in 2024's Deadpool and Wolverine, added, "That would be awesome." The update comes 2 years after TJ accused Ryan of ragging on him while reshooting a Deadpool 2 scene.
Yeah, how are you going to expect to be in the movie if you're treating the star? Yeah, he may be a narcissist, but you're treating him badly? How is that going to work?
Calling it a really weird moment. TJ said that Ryan, while filming as the character of Deadpool, was horrifically mean during the shoot. He explained during a 2022 appearance on The Adam Carolla Show.
We had a really weird moment.
I'm never the problem.
Really weird moment on Deadpool where he said, "Let's do one more take." And everyone was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And then as the character, he was like horrifically mean to me. But to me.
Cathartic.
As if I'm Weasel.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So he was like, what's great about you, Weasel? You're not the star. But you just, you do just enough exposition that it's fun.
Well, that's just him in his acting mode.
And then we can.
You're soft.
And leave and get back to the real movie.
Looking back at the experience, TJ said at the time of working with Ryan again.
I don't like how they cut that off. They could have played more of Adam because I bet that would have been a good answer.
And that it's funny, and then we can leave and get back to the real movie.
Whatever. Why hear that?
Looking back at the experience, TJ said at the time of working with Ryan again.
Would I work with him again? No.
Now that you're not really doing anything, you miss it.
Where TJ later clarified that he did not mean to publicly call out his co-star, saying that it was a misunderstanding.
No, it wasn't. You went on one of the biggest podcasts ever, Adam Carolla show, and said it wasn't like you were drunk outside of a bar talking to TMZ camera. You went on one of the greatest shows ever and said it.
And Ryan had privately emailed him after hearing about his on-set experience. TJ shared on Sirius XM's Jim Norton and Sam Roberts show in October 2022. It was very cool for him to say, "Hey, I just heard on the show that you were upset about this." We sort of hashed it out really quickly, adding that he didn't think the story would pick up much traction.
He's very sensitive. Why would you think there's not going to be traction? You're going on Adam Carolla show, the original podcast.
What's ridiculous is it was just me telling a story from on set that I thought was weird.
Well, yeah, bro, you're famous. Like you like to tell everybody, so you should know.
You guys are still close. She still cares about
I don't speak to her, but she cares about me.
Damn straight she does.
But I don't speak to her.
Lamar Odom isn't really keeping up with the Kardashians, especially his ex-wife, Khloe. During a November 18th interview with rehab expert Richard Tate for the We're Out of Time podcast, Lamar, who tied the knot with Khloe in September 2009 and called it quits.
That was 15 years ago? Wow, crazy. Time flies.
4 years later, in 2013, gives an update on where their relationship stands.
When I first met her, I didn't know who the she was.
She's the coolest. Your ex-wife is the single coolest.
I heard the name before. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't hear who.
That host, Lamar's talking into the microphone, but the host is like doing this. Listen. Let me do this right here.
She was.
She's the coolest. Your ex-wife.
He's like so far from the mic. It's like he's like, she's the coolest person ever. He's so far from the mic.
Wife is the single coolest.
I heard the name before. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't hear who, but I didn't know who Khloe Kardashian was. And then we was married 30 days later.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Why is it? He almost died.
That's hot. And you guys are still close. She still cares about.
I don't speak to her, but she cares about me.
Damn straight she does.
But I don't speak to her.
Why?
I don't know. It's life.
Why would you talk to your ex? This guy's weird.
But just because their relationship isn't close anymore doesn't mean Lamar doesn't think about his ex-wife. In fact, the former NBA player confirms in the interview that he purchased a sex doll that looks like Khloe.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Like when you're really thinking about it, like a doll.
Yeah.
But then you think about like mental health and how important that is. Mm-hmm. Not just in today's time, but just, from the beginning of time.
A sex doll that looks like your wife is about mental health.
For me, it would be. Yeah, for me, it would.
That's awesome.
Be. Yeah, I mean. It's sick, but I think we're all a little off, a little weird.
Dude, it's very weird. Listen, I am a horn dog, but I would never get a sex doll.
Don't ever embrace your insanity.
Yeah.
I mean,
all right. This guy's weird, man. This host got some weird vibes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's awesome having a sex doll of your wife. It's so awesome.
Megan Fox is putting her baby bump on full display. In photos and videos shared to social media, the 38-year-old poses in a black bra and thong, covered with a lacy cutout dress, giving a peek at her growing belly. Megan finishes the look with the matching veil, light natural makeup, and
all right, that doesn't really translate to radio. It's just her with her boobs and her belly. This headline's a little interesting.
Jenny Mullen, the wife of actor Jason Biggs, is clapping back after she was called out for taking a 5-hour flight with head lice.
First of all, when you have to say wife of somebody, that means you're not famous.
Jenny Mullen, the wife of actor Jason Biggs, is clapping back after she was called out for taking a 5-hour flight with head lice.
Gross. You're grimy, man. I wonder what else of your body is grimy. You know what I'm saying.
The City of Likes author, who is married to the American Pie actor, responds to a story that she intentionally rode on a 5-hour flight while infected with head lice, possibly putting other passengers at risk. She says on her Instagram story November 14th, who would willingly sit with lice on their head for a 5-hour flight if they knew they had lice before boarding? I guess you didn't watch the vid because I didn't know I had lice until a head exam later that night.
Well, don't admit that. There's some things you don't have to tell. This is this new feministic thing. We got to say everything. Not everything needs to be said.
The vid she is referring to was posted to Instagram.
Oh, she looks grimy in this video. She looks disgusting.
And by Jenny October 29th. In the clip, Jenny records herself sitting on a plane with a plastic bag on her head.
Guys, I'm on a plane with Caroline, and she just looked at my head. And remember when I told you last week that I said that my head was itching and I thought I was having like perimenopause symptoms? Well, guess what? I have fucking lice.
You're grimy, man. You're gross.
And honestly, I think I know where I got it. But I'm not going to call that person out.
Good. Don't call people out. We don't always need to call people out, you dirtbag.
But she knows who she is.
All right. It's grossing me out. I'm getting grossed out watching that. All right. And finally on Hoppe Hour.
Happy hot topic.
So the Tampa Bay Rays are heading to Tampa, that is for the time being.
Yeah, the team announced today that they will be playing at Steinbrenner Field.
This is the ultimate test. Oh my God, my mic's going crazy. This is the ultimate test. I've heard blah, blah, blah. We don't want to go to games because we have to go across the bridge, even though there's a lot to do in St. Pete. And the attendance has always been awful at the Trop. And by the way, last night, when I was driving home from work, I got to drive by the Trop for the first time. And it looks like a factory or something in like Cleveland or Pittsburgh or something. It just looks grimy. It doesn't look cool. The Trop never looked cool. It's just this big dome that has a baseball team that no one really cares about. But I'm telling you, everybody's always said, well, if they're in Tampa, people will go. Now they're in Tampa at Steinbrenner Field, right by where the Bucks play. You have no excuses, Rays fans.
For the 2025 season after Hurricane Milton damaged Tropicana Field. But as Fox 13's Evan Axelbank reports tonight, the move to Tampa is bringing new questions about the future of the deal that will bring them a new stadium to St. Pete.
No one's going to care in St. Pete. It's going to be a waste of money. Fix the infrastructure. Fix the homeless problem. The sex trafficking. Not a stupid baseball team no one cares about.
Well, it's not clear yet if the Yankee logos are going to be covered up when the team does play here, but either way, both teams say they are cooperating to make this deal happen. The move to Tampa, though, has several Pinellas County commissioners furious right before
Cry me a river.
They're being asked to write a huge check to the Rays for their new stadium.
It doesn't look like home, but it is. The Rays said Thursday moving to Steinbrenner Field for the 2025 season is an extraordinary step, with the Yankees saying it's meaningful to help them play so close to their now damaged home.
Yeah. Steinberg, whatever the owner of the Rays, to think that just a tarp is going to cover the Trop and that was going to work is, first of all, stupid. And second of all, DeSantis thinking people should hide out in there during the hurricane is even stupider.
But to some, it's not close enough.
I had some time to process it, but that doesn't seem like they're here to stay.
Vince Nowicki will be sworn in to the Pinellas County Commission on Monday, the day before they're scheduled to vote on approving $312 million in bonds to pay for the Rays' new stadium. There are questions about whether the votes are still there.
I think the players are not going to be used to playing in that heat. Because they have the air-conditioned dome.
I think that's why I won, is because I've campaigned.
This is Vince Nowicki, the commissioner for Pinellas.
And for the last year that I was against the stadium deal, and my opponent was for it.
And one commissioner who voted no on the original deal says he might have been a yes on Tuesday.
All right. I got in trouble for saying this last year, but I'll say it again. There was never a deal. Never.
If the Rays had agreed to play in Pinellas County,
they were never going to go to Tampa. Now they're in Tampa because of the moment, but they were never going to go to Tampa. Okay? I said it again.
While the Trop is being fixed. But now he's a no.
I thought the Rays playing in Pinellas County these next 3 years was even more important, just for the morale of our residents.
What morale? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. The people that care about the Rays care, but it's not that big of a number. Nobody cares. Fix your infrastructure. Fix your problems in St. Pete. All your high rises that are unaffordable. And the fact that people have to work 3 jobs to have an apartment in St. Pete. Fix that. No one gives a fucking shit about the Rays.
In our community.
The city of St. Pete, whose mayor has staked his administration on getting the new stadium and gas plant development through, said Thursday, "We will continue to focus our efforts on ensuring that the historic gas plant district redevelopment stays on track."
This is just very on point with the Tampa Bay Rays having this happen.
The Rays did not say why they chose Steinbrenner as opposed to one of the Pinellas County options.
Because it's nicer. It's right by Raymond James. That's a great stadium. I've always said that they should play there.
Though they did point out renovations are already underway there and that it has the largest capacity of any spring training stadium.
I just think it's weird how, like, the debris supposedly is still in Tropicana Field. And I'm not saying it can be fixed overnight or that they could be ready to play in April. But the fact that in the middle of October, they're like, we can't play here in 2025. The owner of the Rays is very cheap and never pays players when they need to be paid. And then it's just kind of like a farm team for Major League Baseball. So what I'm saying is the owner is known for being cheap and for being a douchebag. And I'll say it, he's a douchebag. So the fact that he doesn't care about the dome and didn't have any covering of it, and then is just going, there's no way we're going to play, and not even trying, it's very on point with the Rays. Like, perfectly on point.
Smoothing this perceived slight could be critical in getting the new stadium funded.
The fact that they haven't really been talking to us about what their intentions are over the next 3 years is what...
Yeah, but that's the Rays. Why? I don't even know why Pinellas would want the Rays. I get that you have Fergs Live and businesses around it, but besides opening day, and maybe if they're good in the playoffs, nobody cares. Nobody cares. I said it. Nobody cares.
Concerns me, but the...
All right, I'm getting bored. God bless the Rays. They mean well, but that happening to them is just on point with that organization. And the diehard Rays fans will get mad that I said it, but it's the truth. But guess what? All you fans that live in Tampa and on the Hillsborough, Pasco, Hernando County side of the bridge that go, I would go to games, but they're just so far. Now is your time to prove us wrong. Because if you don't go this year, then this city doesn't even deserve it.
Tick-tock, clocks a joke, we're playing cruel pranks. Hoppe's hour almost done, feels like robbery in banks. Ryan Hoppe on the mic, dropping wisdom in streams. Syndicated sorrow, now it's time to shatter dreams. Oh, the Hoppe Hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. But the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shoutouts hit the street, but soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe Hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Phone lines buzzing, but the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shoutouts hit the street, but soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe Hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Oh, life's just so unfair. Like clockwork to a show, and now it's time to face the silence like a TV on snow. Ryan Hoppe held the mic with humor so divine, the void left in our hearts wider than a canyon line. Empty speaker, silent vibe, but coming to an end like a rollercoaster stopping round the river's bend. Hoppe's jokes and jabs, these are daily grind. Now silence louder than the thoughts we can't rewind. Oh, the Hoppe Hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. The Hoppe Hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
It's
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
And like that, he's gone.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
I'll kick you in the nuts and we'll call it a day.
Hoppe Hour is now over.
Hoppe Hour is now over.
Game over.